Good evening, everyone. I'm following up today with a video due to the live that I did a few days back. It was not great at all. It was very choppy. It broke up many times, numerous times, and I wanted to redo the information. The same information I spoke about in the live. It's just going to be in a video. I feel that way people are able to hear it, and sorry, I'm just getting something here. And I would like to redo it so people can understand what I was actually saying. Most of them could in the live, but breaking in and out, I felt like parts were skipped. It was a very strange night that night. I also want to give information about my page is changing. I'll be doing memberships for people who do memberships will only have access to live chats, upcoming videos, and things like that. I will also be doing a free read for one person. I did say that I was going to get back to people on that. And I'm going to schedule that tonight. Who it's going to be, I don't know yet. I will message the person, and I will also state it on here. I want to get back to the live that I did. There was a lot of information that came through, not just from the live, but interaction actually with Rose Bly, speaking to actually someone on here. I believe her name was Ziggy. She was letting me know about the dog situation. Also, someone stopped by to give a message to one of the people in my live. That just happens when I do lives. Spirits will stop in and more or less give me messages for people that are actually in that live. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who's going to be joining the live. I have no idea who's going to be present at the moment. I just know I'm doing a live, and I'm just going to give whatever information comes through. I did keep one name back. It came through very quickly. It was a name that I asked who was involved, who was the person involved in Summerwell's murder, because she is murdered. She was murdered. When I worked her case a couple years ago, I couldn't really get a grasp on her energy. Rose did come in at that time as well, and she stated about Candace knew exactly what was going on. Now, I'm trying to be a person that's not a judgmental person, but I'm going to say this. I have to say what Spirit tells me. I have to say what Spirit says, because if I don't, I'm not doing my job. Unless it has to do with something like a location or someone's name. If it's a full name, then that would be something that goes to the police. I don't like to be judgmental of people, but when Spirit comes across and tells me exactly who did what to them, I will try to give leeway to the situation and come across in a way where I am subjective to the information for you guys, because I think we're going on, I don't know how many years now, 2 years for Summer Wells, and there's nothing in her case. I think it's a really important thing that we keep her in the media. We keep talking about her. I will say this is going to be a graphic video in that sense, to where we really shouldn't be looking at this video when there's children present, because there's going to be a lot of triggers in this video, and it's going to be very graphic, and I don't want anyone's children to hear the graphic nature of this. This is not a video made for children. I will say that again. It is not a video made for children. So please don't watch this with your children. I want to start with the information that I originally had in the live, and what came through. I'm sorry, when I get something, I have to stop talking so I don't forget what it was. I have to write it down. I will start going through with all of the things that were said in the live. And if something else comes through, and say Spirit stops by and they want to speak to somebody in this video, I will give who it's for or the name of the person that is speaking at that time. I have been hearing this woman's name, Amy, now for probably 2 months. Also the word parish. So I can't look up cases. I can't be led in any way. I have just to let the information flow to me, so I'm not led in any way, because then I won't know what information is coming through that is supposed to be for me, because if I already heard it, I won't say it. I'm very strict with that. I will say a name Amy and Parish keep coming through to me. If you all want to look this up and see if this is an actual person, be my guest. It also could be a person named Amy perished. What would I get from that? This person could have died in a fire, some sort of accident. So that's the feel I get from it, unless this is an actual person's name. Last name by meaning parish, Amy Parish. She could also be alive, and this woman is mentioning her for that reason. I just can't look into it because I cannot be led in any single way. I have to know it's spirit guiding me, not someone's information, okay? I'm going to start getting into what was said in the live, because I have it all written down. I always write everything down that comes through a reading or a live. I think it's important because we can go back and we can look and see what. So when a spirit speaks to me, let me just put it this way. When a spirit speaks to me, sometimes I'm just writing away. It's a form of automatic writing as well. Sometimes I will write things that I don't even realize I wrote, and I'll go back and I'm like, I don't remember saying that, but it's there. And that's the great thing about that. That's why I save everything that I write down. I have books and books full of information that has come through to me. So I'm going to start off with just going through the list, and some of it, like I said, is going to be disturbing. And it's really, it's almost like the more in depth I'm getting with this, the more twisted, sadistic, abusive, pedophilia. It's so twisted, and it's like it's bringing out every little secret, every little detail, every little, wow, now you know about this person, you know about that person. It's a very twisted thing that this child was around, this many perverted, insane, abusive people. So when I tried to work with Summer again, the first thing she does with me, this is exactly what she does me when I work with her. She takes me by my hand and she's excited and she's like, come play, let's play. And she tries to take me up this little incline/hill. It's almost to the east. And the hill to me is steep, but the way I'm viewing it, it's almost like it's a side view. It's very strange. But I just know it's a drop off almost in some way. And that's always the first thing Summer greets me with. She brings me to this hill, this place, and then it's like her energy snaps back from me, and I cannot get any more from her. I do call on my guides. I do call on anyone that will come help Summer to communicate or communicate for her or with her. Usually that's been doing the trick. Rose Bly, she comes through so right over for Summer every single time, and she actually was speaking to someone on my live and asking me to give messages to this person. I don't know who this person is. The person's name was Ziggy. It was very strange because she was very stunned by that, because the information Rose gave to me was for the Ziggy, and she actually verified it. And you can actually see the comments in the live. It was very very funny almost, but almost not funny in a way to where the comments that were validated, but just tell Ziggy, she'll know exactly what I mean. She was very humbled by that. She's like, she'll get it, she'll get it. She kind of like snickered, like laughed, like she'll understand, just tell her. Now, I got the word holler. Now, I had no idea what a holler was. I had a lot of people on my Facebook, I had reached out to them, and I put on my Facebook post, what is a holler? And everybody explained to me exactly what it was. I was very grateful for that. They gave me a lot of information. Also the word whippoorwill. I didn't know a whippoorwill was an actual bird. I thought it was a plant or a flower. And that came through with holler numerous times. Ben Hill Road came to me numerous times. Okay, let me write this down somewhere else. I'm getting Rogers Creek. I also got the numbers 412 first. During the live, 410 was also stated. That came through from Rose Bly. Also the number 7. I do not know what these numbers mean just yet. As I stated, it's something more I want to look into. I want to see exactly where this is. I want to understand what I'm looking at from an aerial photos. Is this a place? Is this a route? What exactly is this? But with that, I got Ben Hill. So I'm thinking this is a Ben Hill Road. These are Ben Hill Road places. I also got the word barrel numerous times. Now, I wrote red, but that's what we're going here. Red, I don't remember writing, but I must have written it because it was in a small handwriting, and I must have written it really fast. So when I hear things, what usually happens is I'll write down things fast, and I'll try to get to everything that I hear in my video or in my live, and sometimes I just don't get to it. Search party, grave news. Rose Bly's name was mentioned 3 times, just in the live alone. Charge, money exchange. I'm going to get to a lot of things in this, in the writings that I have, that I wrote down during the live. I'm going to give you an understanding of how they came to me or what I saw. Even if I'm going to say them to you, I'm going to explain to you how I see them and the feeling that I got, and that way you have an understanding. Breed, money, main, Main came 3 times to me. Blame, event, tame, turf, goal, water, stream. Okay, this is a perfect example. When I saw stream, I didn't understand, close. So, okay. I just heard the word close. So that could be Summer's very close to her property. So when I see the stream, to me, you could step in the stream and be okay by standing in it. Like, it's not a stream that's fast moving or fast paced that would knock you over. To me, here's the grass, here's the stream. And when you step in the stream, you're going to be just fine standing in it. I got the word sell, sold, Candace, go, body, pill. I also see the father, Don Wells, smoking. I assumed it was cigarettes at first, but it wasn't. It was a drug you would smoke with an instrument. It looked to be some sort of pipe, and it was not marijuana. I also got, when Summer is found, a passerby will find the, I want to get this to the end. I have to turn off my heat, my throat is dry. I believe Summer, how I received it, and I'm going to get to another part of this. How I received it was, in my mind, was Summer was trafficked. And I don't believe she was killed right away. I believe that Summer was held onto for a little bit. She was abused very badly. She was beaten on this side of her face. So this would be her right side of her face. I do believe they put her in a barrel. Wine. Someone did send me a picture of a barrel because I couldn't understand what the color, the barrel that I see is this wooden barrel, and it had red on it. And someone had sent me a picture that showed wine barrels have red on them, and they are wooden. Now, I'm not sure if that's a symbol of a barrel or I'm actually seeing the barrel that she's in. Now, this is, I want to just say it's a wooden barrel because that's what I saw. I have to say what I see. Even if it symbolizes a barrel, I have to go by exactly what I see, hear, taste, smell, everything. I feel I'm only being true and honest by doing that. So I will say a wooden barrel with red on it. Okay. Now these places are a wine place. It could be a where they make alcohol. Grass. I'm hearing grass, wood, finery. And this finery thing was also another thing someone mentioned. I don't think when Summer is found, clearly she will just be bones. But I do feel that her skull will show where she was beaten on the side of her face. She will have damage on the side of her face. Like I said, I don't believe that she was killed right away. I think I don't know if you guys remember back when I did the first few videos, I said this is much bigger than what everybody even understands, can fathom. There is sex trafficking going on. And remember when I said the word turf here just now, I believe that there are sex traffickers in different areas of that place. And I believe there's also another little boy that's being trafficked. It was trafficked with Summer as well, because I picked up on a little boy as well. And this would be something that is done regularly right under people's noses. They have no clue what's going on. If people knew that kind of disgusting, vile pedophilia behavior, people would keep their kids a lot closer. She was definitely sexually assaulted numerous times. Unfortunately, she suffered. I do believe there's a group of people that were involved in this. And okay, Don for sure. I do believe that I definitely am going on the record saying I do believe they sold her into trafficking. But I also feel that her starting school would have blown everything out of the water. Like someone would have found out and they would have been arrested. They would have had all their kids taken. They would have been in prison for what they're doing. And they couldn't have that on their watch. Summer would have told, so they needed to get rid of her before it was too late. I do believe there is so much more to this that no one even understands or knows about yet. I do believe there's a group that she was sold to. I do believe that her parents were involved. I'm going on the record and stating I do believe her parents were involved in that process. Should I say that? Innocent till proven guilty, right? Okay, I will say that. But what Rose Bly is telling me is something completely different from being innocent. And it's really hard to not be upset about this, just like anybody else working to find Summer. It's a really disturbing case. And the more I sit with this case, I get ill. I feel sick to my stomach. I do believe, oh, okay. I've heard this woman's name be mentioned numerous times in the live, and now I'm hearing it again. Patty. Patty was said so many times. I'm not sure. Camera can mean the picture. I'm being told camera. So that could reference to the video they took of Summer in the truck, or any other photos that they took of her. What that means right now, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. So I'm going to go over some names with you. I went through these names already on my live. Team. I'm hearing the word team. I'm just giving it a second. Do I hear anything else? Okay, so I'm just going to go through the names until I hear something else referenced from my guides or Rose Bly. She just steps in, and I always ask spirits for anything to bring me with speed, clarity, accuracy, and uniqueness. That would only be known to the family or in that general aspect. And if something's too hard for me to view, I'll ask my guides to please just take away that negative view of what I'm seeing. Sometimes it's too hard for me to hang on to. I heard Don's name be mentioned so many times in this case, and I mean at least, adding up now, 20 times. Candace, at least 10 times. I'm going to go through a list of names also that new to me that I've never heard before when I first tried to work with her. I got the word Kim, Andy, Randy, Patty, or Pat. Pat and Patty, I believe, are the same people. But that name was referenced at least 6 times. So for me, that gave me a sense of, do I know who these people are yet? No. Oh, and the name Joel, that name came up 8 times. Usually when names come up that many times, it's being referenced for a very important reason. I also got strange words like that would give me a sense of, like, the word breed. Breed could mean, I'm gonna take this as breeder, like a horse breeder, like a horse farm that would sell and breed horses. I do believe this is all in a circumference that we're supposed to look at here. When I get this much information about an area, it's a circumference that Spirit is trying to show me. Now, this is where it's going to get a little twisted in nature. So, the vision that I first saw was Don smoking drugs. Then I receive almost like a view, almost like on a, I don't want to say a screen or a TV, but it almost kind of like it was playing out like that. The 3 young boys were playing out by that back door that is so famously talked about by everybody, right? And then there's this man standing inside the wooded area. This is not Don. To me, he's been there numerous times. He knows that holler in and out. He can move around that place and go undetected. I do believe he's been there, and summer has been sold to him numerous times. He got so comfy with it and them doing so that this time there was no going back. I either think that he was sold her permanently, or he just took off with her after having that time with her, being trafficked in that manner. And he's so used to giving her back. I see him on that property numerous times. The first time, he's watching the boys at the back door playing in the area. But he's standing towards, so here's the back door, okay? Here's the back door and the trees around the back door. He's standing off in the cut at an angle to the left, and he's watching them play, but there is no summer. And I also got the feeling he was waiting for them to bring her to him. He was playing with a leaf as if he was so anxious that he was taking the leaf and rubbing the leaf in his hands until it was just disintegrated little pieces of leaf, and it was just flaking from his fingers. The second time I viewed him there, I'm going to have this name checked, okay? I have a male here. I'm assuming this is, and the word deed. The second time I see him there, he has a flower in his hand, but there's no stem. And he's smelling it as if he's in this bliss. It was very strange, the feeling that I got from him in that vision. Men don't Men don't smell flowers like that. It's a very strange feeling I got. That's a woman's thing. But he was a man. I saw him in jeans, just dirty jeans, and these really, really filthy looking boots, as if it could be a farmer or like a breeder of some sort. He just had so much stuff on his boots. I can't even say it was a farmer or a breeder, but these boots were so dirty, you would assume that this man works on a farm or in some sort of place to where he's constantly wearing those specific boots. One shoelace was untied specifically. I had seen him there numerous times, and this man is very well known in the holler. People know who this man is. This man has a record. He has been arrested before. He is on the books and in jail. He has been arrested before. So they know exactly who this man is, but he's undetected because they don't know who he is in that manner. If they go back and look at the criminal records and haul his ass in, they'll know who he is. I'm trying to get back here. I do believe that a passerby will find her. The sense that I got, where she is, how I view this is being shown to me is I see the barrel, but I also see water, but she's not in water. I see what looks to be like little rocks and train tracks. Underpass yet again. Okay. I'm being told underpass. Now underpass could be what? Levee. I'm gonna write that down. Levee. I'm not too sure what that means yet. I'll have to have my dear friend look into it. She looks into anything that comes through. She's amazing. Lori, thank you. You're awesome. I do believe where she is, I don't, here's the barrel, the underpass, the train tracks, but she has to be by water in some way, like a stream or a creek or a river, because I will see water near the track area, but there's no, it's not in water, if that makes sense to you. It's almost as like if there's flooding, the water can end up by the tracks, but not to the point where it overtakes the tracks, if that makes sense to you. I tried to explain it the best as the way I know how. I'm sorry if I don't make sense right now. I also see a sign, and I do believe she's in the vicinity of some sort of winery or alcohol making place, stream, tracks, a hill, because hill is in here numerous times. I do believe that she is there in that holler, and I don't think it would be fair to say that she was taken out of the state. I didn't hear that, so I won't say that. This is where I got the idea of this man. When I seen him in the vision, he is a criminal, because the feeling that I got is when the little boy came up in my vision of them trafficking him as well, this would have been something that was spoke of before, in a sense, possibly arrested for, I'm going to say, a gun violation. This man would have been a gun violation of some mug shots, trace. There would have been traces of fingerprints in that general aspect. The words I got are release, trigger, shots, pulled, lever, mugshot, trace, key, Candace, wall, break, Don, Candace. They come up at so many times in this. 412, will. Now, will could be William or Bill, because Bill is short for William. But I didn't hear Bill. When I don't hear Bill behind Will, I know it's not a name. So Will could mean something different right now, and I don't know what that is yet. I have to figure that out. I'm not sure what Trey means yet. This could be a person's name, but this was mentioned numerous times. But Trey could be something you carry, or it could be a person's name by the name of Trey, Trey or Tray. Firm, break, pill, fight, grass, river, wall, hunter, Ben Hill Road, Mo, Tom. When I asked Rose Bly who was the man or people that took Summer, a specific name came up very fast. I am, like I said, I'm looking into the name as we speak. I have someone looking into it. Aim, fire, trailer. I've heard well in the first videos I did as well. So well, I believe, is a well, or it's a place that is by water. So this is where this falls into this again. I've heard well plenty of times before. Oh, rock. Okay. Rock was just mentioned twice again. That's when the name Amy and Parrish came through, and I wasn't sure what it could be. So this could be a person's full name, or this could be Amy perished. So I'm not sure what this means yet. I have to get back to it. You could just have two different meanings. This name that is mentioned over and over and over again, I really will get back to you on that. I will let you guys know if this is an actual person's name in the holler down there, or this is something I need to give to the police. I do, again, believe a passerby is going to find her. I do believe she is in a barrel. Unfortunately, how long it will take to find her, I don't know. I do believe there will be arrests made. I do believe that this will come to pass and this will be solved. There are a lot of people working on this case, and sadly this girl has missed how many Christmases, how many birthdays, and even more sad, the people that had her, they had her captive for a little bit. I know that they didn't kill her right away. So unfortunately, this girl went from severely bad to severely worse. And the things that this poor baby had to endure, it just breaks my heart. And everybody keeping her name in the media in any way we can. Thank you for her. Thank you from Rose Bly. And there was a comment on my page under the live. How am I speaking to Rose Bly? Her body hasn't been found. I wouldn't be speaking to Rose Bly if she was alive. I do believe the man that Summer was given to. Yes, sold. I know, honey. I'm being told she was sold again. The man that took her, he did keep her for a bit. I would like to know about the vehicle that I was told to ask about. The vehicle that was saw that day. Was that vehicle involved in Summerwell's disappearance? Can you maybe word that a different way? When I asked about that, I got the name Don automatically. Is that truck owned by someone Don Wells knows? This goes back to the money. I'm being shown a stack of money, like someone's taking the stack of money and going through the bills. So that tells me there was quite a bit of money exchange for Summer. That's what that meant. I got the word money exchange. So how much money they got for Summer was no, I would say, chump change. They got money for this child. I do want to go back to, I'm going to give a sense of a circumference. I heard the word Rogers Creek. I'll go back to these as well. Stream, water, barrel. This came up too in the live as well. I'm being told it again, oddly. Bowl. I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but it sounds like to me BOWL. I don't know what that means. Train tracks, but to me, water would have to get as if it was flooded in one area and the water comes over by the train track area. How I see it is there's water on the side of the one specific side of the track, and how I see it would be the right side of the track, to be exact. When I hear the word breed, to me, that is something to do with animals. That means there has to be some sort of farming area where they breed horses, or in that manner. I'm assuming by that alone, horses. Also the word holt and grip. I'm assuming this goes with that. It's the breed part, because I feel like that is a piece of the puzzle to that specific word. Rogers Creek is being said again. So I want to get in the depth of Rogers Creek, Ben Hill Road. I'm hearing this, Ben Hill Road, the 410, the 412, the number 7. Also the word gravesite. When I see this hill that she talks about, I don't understand how a wooden barrel wouldn't break. I was told wooden barrels are very sturdy. They're very hard to break. I feel she was rolled down this hill in the barrel with her in it. This is very, very, very disturbing. Pill came up several times. I do believe possibly the exchange would have taken place possibly with her drugged, because I don't think, I think Summer probably knew this time she wasn't going to come back in some way. She might have, they might have given the man clothes to take with her, or something in that matter. I don't know. I do feel in some way she was given a pill to keep quiet. Very strange. And the way she looked in that vehicle, in the back seat, she looked as if she was dead in that back seat. There was no movement. There was no eye rolling. It was very strange to see that video. I do believe they held on to her, kept her captive, but I also believe that they killed her because people are getting too close to the situation. They didn't think it would be so in the news all the time. They didn't think people would be on top of this the way the media has, or the way people on YouTube have been. A lot of people care about this little girl. YouTubers are going out of their way to make sure that this case is followed up on. And I give a lot of props and thanks to people, to police, to TBI, to anybody that's involved in her case that is trying to help her. The word cave, I don't know what cave would have to do with this. Cave and barrel. I'm wondering if she's by someplace, a well-known, there's places that have caves and people know where they are, like a well-known old place, like people would go visit to look at, to view. But oh, this is hidden. I'm being told it's a hidden place. Grave. Mark. Now this could be a person's name, or that means a marker. This is somebody with an accent, or lol. I'm going to try to say how I hear it. So this is someone with an accent. This is a male. It almost sounds like lol. Excuse me if I don't say it correctly. Lol, or loyal, but maybe in a very heavy southern accent. But I hear the name lol. I've heard this before, if I'm not mistaken. The word moan. I'm being shown keys. They're being passed to somebody else. The word brothers. These men are related. Kim. That's already been said, Kim. Being shown more cash. Piles of cash. Cheap. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call right now. Mom. Bleed. Seven. I don't know what I'm seeing right now. I do, but at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, I'm seeing Summerwell's leg, but I also see almost like sneakers, as if her little ankle is so tiny, so skinny, so little. But the shoe I'm seeing here, it looks, you ever see Frozen character, the Disney shows Frozen? To me, she looked like she had those sneakers on. I don't know if that's a representation. There's no socks on her feet. There's just those sneakers on her feet. To me, her clothes would have been changed. I'm going to assume this is a person's name, or this is a place, because it's a very distinctive word. Griff. 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 It almost sounds like a bar to me, or a name. Shown. I don't know. Can you show me a different frame of the picture you're trying to show me? You ever see someone trying to rope a cattle, that kind of thing? Almost like a bull rider, or someone that gets on a bull and they get whipped around. This goes back to animals for me. This goes back to I see someone in a plaid shirt. Like, this is a plaid button-up. Like, I'm sure you all know what I'm referencing here. A hat. It would be, it's almost like a white type hat, but it's not a ball cap. It would be an actual, what I would say cowboys wear. It's almost as if I'm being shown to here's the property line, and it's got to go, you have to go back that way to the end of the property. I don't think people understand what's lurking in those woods, as in people that are lurking in those woods. There are people that know that place so in and out that you don't even know they're there when they're there, and it could be the middle of the daytime. It doesn't even have to be nighttime. This person was out in the middle of the day, and I'm getting the word tracker. 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 What could I take that as? A tracker could be someone that tracks certain animals, or certain, if someone needs to find something, they call somebody in that knows how to track something through the woods. They look at the trails, they see if anything's, in that manner. Tracker can also mean a device. This person could be on house arrest. They might be able to get the piece off without being found out and getting out of the house. Those things aren't always 100%. But this man would be, he would have a record. He would be very, very, very known in the neighborhood, in the holler. He would know how to get on his own from one place to the next without any help whatsoever. The name Trevor. I see Summer's lifeless body. I see her little hand. She's on the ground. She's laying there as they're preparing to put her inside this barrel. I don't know what they're doing. They're putting something inside the barrel. Almost looks like dirt. Something is inside the barrel with her. It would be it looks like earth. It smells like earth. Why they would use dirt inside of it, I don't know. Maybe to mask the smell. I don't know. Paid. We're going back to being paid. I do believe that she is close, and in the way of in a circumference of a couple mile radius. We need to be looking for a barrel. We need to be looking by the train tracks, places like cave. I'm being told the cave. We need to pay attention to the cave. There's a hidden place. Hidden, but it's also a grave site. So there are, if it's not just her there's other bodies there. Barrel mark. Why I'm being referenced to this hidden cave, I don't know. grave site. We need to go back to all the places that were mentioned. To me, this is a definite, she has to be in this vicinity type thing. I do believe that there is an investigation going on for the bigger picture to see how many people are going to be arrested in this sex trafficking ring. I do believe there are going to be a set of people, 2 people to be exact. These would be related people. These 2 men, me seeing them pass the keys to one another, their energy is very familiar to one another. Like my energy would be familiar to my sister's. Very comfortable in nature. So this person had a lot of help. I believe this is a group. 7. Again, there's that 7. There are 2 main guys, yes, but there is a group, and I keep hearing 7. I'm going to put 7 with that group. Now, who that group is, we're going to have to work really hard at this together. We are going to have to really put effort into I just don't understand how Don is walking free. I really don't. I don't know how Candace is walking free. Dal. I don't know what Dal means. I don't know if she had a doll and maybe a doll was found in the woods. I'm not sure. Creek. Strength. Mill. See, when I hear the name Mill, I also hear the name Wool. Almost sounds like wool. How you say, almost sounds like WOOL. And then I hear the name Predator. I hear the word predator. Grip. Semi. Full. I'm seeing a teddy bear. I'm being shown I don't know if it's a parade or if it's like but it's not inside a house. It's not on, it's like it would be in the normal streets, as if it would be like a parade or a carnival or something to that nature. It's almost like if I can hear carnival music and it's playing. And I see her smiling. And she looks to be on a horse. But it's not a real horse. Ferris wheel. See the floor of it would be wooden, I think. Strange what I'm saying. And I see the Ferris wheels. They have the horses, and then they have the little benches, and it's almost like if there was a little boy in the bench ahead of her. Plan. My pens, there you go. I to get off this awful subject, I got this pen for Summer. I'm in hopes that she would come hang out with us in this video. I see the grandmother bending down and telling her, Summer, almost like in her ear, you better stop, you better stand still. It's almost like because Summer was so excited, she got mad and she had her by the hand and told her if she didn't calm down. It was more or less of a threat, in a sense of, do as I say. It was like they're out in this place and everybody was around them, and there's a man there. But when I see someone in a shadow form, that represents to me that is someone in the background, in a sense of hiding in a way that would be, he would be a dangerous person. He would be a threat to people around him. Hidden, a hidden agenda, but he's in plain sight, if that makes sense. Because what I do is I see what looks to be a Ferris wheel going around in a circle, and he's on the opposite side of the Ferris wheel, and he's just all black to me. He's all black. But I see the out shape of him. Short hair. He is not, he doesn't have broad shoulders. So he's not, to me, he's not a bulky man. You know what I mean? He's not bulky here, which tells me he has a slim build. Horse again. And then this man is pointing to his watch, almost like it's time to go. see Candace saying some words like, I'm pretty sure it's being shown to me in a way. She almost looks like she's in tears, but she's also saying, I know it has to be done. I know it has to be done. The word griff again. I'm hearing the word even swap. So this would have been done you give me the money and I'll give you the kid. I see handcuffs. Teddy. There's that word again, Teddy. Teddy. Griff. Teddy and Griff. Teddy and Griff. Teddy and Griff. Please keep these names in mind. I believe that this child was trafficked in a time to where they wanted to show whatever it is they needed to show, but doing it so, it's just so out in the open. It's so out in the open that nobody is taking notice to this. It's really strange that this is just insane. Swap for money. To fathom that this child was sold for money into sex trafficking, or to a group of pedophiles, I can't even fathom. I am so dumbfounded that this is sickening. I can't get past this. This is really awful. Grave. I know. So when this man took her from giving the swap, I do believe she was drugged, because I see this little girl, this beautiful little girl, sleeping what looks to be, it's almost like I don't know if I'm looking at a back seat of a vehicle, or this sweet little girl. I see her in a red top and blue jeans and sneakers, so they had to have gotten this child clothes. They had to have kept her drugged, because I see her sleeping again. So she's sleeping and she's sleeping and she's sleeping. This is what they do to keep children at bay. They keep them drugged. I'm going to go over this new information that came through. I'm going to see what Lori and I can get for this specifically. Wooden again. Oh, pictures again. I'm being told that they would have taken pictures of her, almost like like a display. Here are pictures of her in Easy Cell, a Easy Cell. They took a lot of pictures of her for reasons, and that they weren't to be in family photos. Just to show traffickers that sense of her and that being. They liked the fact that she had blue eyes. I don't understand what this means. Short hair. It's almost as if she was supposed to look like a boy, even though they knew she wasn't a boy. I don't understand. Mix. Short hair, frame, mix. I see someone looking through pictures of her. Someone actually had photos of her. Actual photos, little photos taken of her. These aren't on the phone. These are actual photos taken. Unless this just represents photos were taken of her. What does the red truck have to do with her? I'm not too sure. I don't even know how to reference this. Can you show me in more detail of what you're trying to say about the red truck? I'm just going to say this because I don't really understand what they're trying to show me. Something about the red truck and the rims of the red truck. Rims on the red truck. I don't understand. You ever see people that put things on their rims, like spikes sometimes, or to get out of the snow and stuff like that? I don't know what they're referencing to me. They're showing me something about the rims, and I don't understand what they're trying to show me. Something about brake. Okay, I'm going to close this down in a minute. Would there be anything else that we need to know about Summer Wells and the people that took her?